like that
Hello
music.
everyone,
I hope that's in the
and
game.
welcome to this special jam-packed episode of Night City Wire. This is the place where we talk all things Cyberpunk 2077, or rather, all things Phantom Liberty. My name is Pavel Busha and I will be your host
Hey,
today,
Pavel.
and we have a lot to go through, so let's get started. We've got gameplay, behind the scenes, music, and plenty of surprises along the way. Speaking of, let's kick things off with a world premiere of our brand new Phantom Liberty CGI trailer starring the one and only Idris Elba.
Okay, cool.
This is it. Trust me.
You know I do.
Ow. Well, that almost ended poorly. Okay.
Tell me I'm right where you wanted me. Now tell me I'm out of this goddamn town.
Nobody on you. I just caught surveillance cams.
Adios, Night City.
Should be back in the homeland by 2 a.m.
Yeah. What about you?
That looks actually incredible.
Check it out yet?
I hear the government's.
I mean, it's just CGI, but still, it looks great.
I told you. You're the president's favorite. You're gonna walk out of this on a red carpet.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, you deserve it. I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for you.
Wish we had subtitles.
You know what I'm thinking about right now?
Tell me.
Taco stand back home. First thing I'm gonna do when I get off this train is head right there. I swear those quesadillas come to me in my dreams.
Place sure sounds tasty.
Yeah. You were the one that took me there in the first place?
Yeah. I remember now.
Wow. Listen, when this is all over, you gotta take a break, you hear me? Tell me, do you copy?
Oh, it's a setup. She's setting him up.
Tell me we got a passenger in his carrier, and I think we might be compromised. Can you hack the trap?
Oh, no.
Show me.
Okay. Damn.
So me, you want a pill? So me,
Excuse me, Madam President.
pill? It's going to be a long flight.
No, thank you.
God.
I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for you.
Oh. Okay. Well, that was pretty cool.
What a cliffhanger. Everything you saw in the trailer happened
Applause,
7 years
if you
before
please.
Phantom Liberty begins. So there's definitely a lot more story to discover in the expansion. Now, we're gonna hear from Idris Elba himself to talk more about the trailer and how he brought Solomon Reed.
Yeah, we're
to
redoing
life.
our full playthrough. Yep, we're gonna start at the beginning. New character. I'm hoping we're gonna be able to do some. Oh,
And I play Secret Agent Solomon Reed in Phantom Liberty, the upcoming expansion for Cyberpunk 2077.
the mixing is really weird in this. I'm sorry, guys.
Reed is a professional, someone that's lived many lives. He's basically a sort of secret agent that has worked in Night City for a long time. and has been a special ops operator, and you know, basically has kept his head down until now. And when he comes back in a major way. He's a pivotal character. You learn a lot about the story through Reed, and actually meeting Reed is like, you know, it can either go one way or the other. You know, treason ain't ever black and white.
It's a charade, V.
Obviously, you know, with a spy character like Solomon Reed, you don't know much about him. You know what maybe he's capable of, but can you trust him or not? A spy story will make you think one thing, and actually you should be paying attention to something else. Every now and again in the storyline, you actually get some nuggets of who Solomon Reed is, and he's reluctant. You know, he doesn't really like to just open up and say it, but his personal side is definitely one that's filled with torment, betrayal, trauma, but at the center of his personal life is his work. Like, he really loves his job. He's a very, very dedicated agent, and you get to know that as you play with this character. So in this shot, I think Reed is thinking about all the things he's done as an agent, as someone that has dedicated his life, and now he's about to walk away. And it's symbolized in this huge leap that he's about to make. It's also a leap into his freedom. So what I love about Cyberpunk, you know, is the technology. The tech is mad. Solomon's right here. He's done. He's on the train. He's about to chill. He's leaving. And also he has the one person that he trusts to help him make that escape. He's not thinking that anyone could have infiltrated him. No one even saw him get on the train. He jumped from the sky. So he's feeling really good. For anyone who's really looking at this frame, there's a big Easter egg. Look for it. It's there. It's in the frame, but it's a big Easter egg. That's all I'm saying.
What about you? Get your ticket out yet?
So me.
I hear the government's sealing a deal.
I remember shooting this, and you sit in these sort of like pajamas, basically, with all this stuff all over you, and you got a big sort of camera thing rig on your face. You've got to really get into the imagination of your character. And I remember shooting this, and it's incredible, man. Now look at the detail and on the animation.
Yeah, that's the
Obviously,
default
I was
Cyberpunk
there, so
pose.
I'm acting, but to see it come to life like this is bonkers.
You're very familiar with that if you've played the game.
Taco stand back home. First thing I'm gonna do when I get off this train is head right there. I swear those quesadillas come to me in my dreams.
It sure sounds tasty.
The Reed-Somi relationship's a really big thing to unpack. It's really good. I can tell you that, you know, Solomon Reed and Somi have a special bond. More or less, Somi is his protege. He trained her to some degree. He's one that looked out for her. And
Oh my God.
what I say is that he trusts her. This is the
These are such big spoilers, man. I want to learn this in the game. I mean, I love Idris Elba, but I don't want to hear this right now. I need to, like, you know what? I'm gonna turn my speakers off for this. Yeah, I just turn my speakers off. I don't want to hear any of this.
For Somi, this moment
It's in the-
of, do I, don't I? Do I betray a friend? Someone's like a father.
All right, I'm just gonna chill.
She's under incredible pressure that we don't realize. It's either her or him.
Yeah, I betray.
Yep.
Somi.
And that's why I love this moment when he touches the door and he's like, Somi? He knows immediately he's been made. He's dead. There is a moment of remorse and a moment of sort of regret, I guess, feeling a bit betrayed from Somi, but that's not what he's thinking.
Did my cat turn into a
What he's
joystick?
thinking about is
Yes.
like, okay, I'm gonna try and up my odds here and get out. 7 years later. This is the moment that you actually realize that Somi is just a different person. You know what I mean? Like, she's a lot more harsh looking, colder in the eyes.
So me, you want a pill? So me,
Excuse me, Madam President.
Now she
Hell.
works for the president,
it's going to be a long flight.
No.
but the plane just got shot down.
I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for you.
We good? Okay, we're good. Turn my speakers back up. Wait.
Now that is a good trailer.
It is a good trailer. Okay, good. We're good.
Get your ammo, assault rifles, tactical
Dogtown is, I guess, the most deadly place in Night City. It's a district ruled by a militia. It's also sort of like a labyrinth of crumbling infrastructure. And by the way, the scale of Dogtown is incredible. You know, as a storyteller, it's just an amazing canvas. Because it's open world, I mean, you can pretty much go anywhere in it, and it's just like incredible. And the writing in this expansion is really, really good. Especially
Okay, speakers back down.
It's a big storyline, and it's really well dialogued.
Nope.
He's a really big character. It's
All
very
right.
complex.
Anyway.
To play, actually, this is the first major game I've done as a voice major. And it was an easy yes.
If you don't want
for me
info, don't
because
watch.
I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of
I want a release
CD
date, is what I want. I want a
Projekt
2.0
games
release
and
date.
Cyberpunk. What I really liked
That's-
about it
that's-
is that the fact
I mean, yeah.
it's so big and a real character study. And it was a challenge for me, I'm not gonna lie, but in terms of the voice, I have to have the spectrum of emotions in the way I speak, in the way he answers. The whole experience was definitely like
Okay, we're back up.
a learning curve. And I can say I've done it, and I've done it, you know, in a really phenomenal game.
Dogtown.
2.0 is the 26th? I thought that was the release date of the DLC.
Simple choice.
Or is the DLC 29?
Them or us.
Yeah, they have
Peace comes at a
hinted.
price.
Didn't they hint that
Someone's always
2.0 will be
gotta
out before? DLC is the 26th, and I thought they hinted that it would be out before. Is that not the case? Yeah, okay. All right. It hasn't been
stuff.
announced yet.
Seeing Idris Elba in action and talking about his character really makes me want to get to know him more in the game. But new characters aren't the only addition to Phantom Liberty. Music has always been a vital part of our games
Here we
and
go.
the stories we tell. We've created a brand new score for Phantom Liberty, and right now we'll hear from senior composer P.T. Adamczyk and composer Jacek Paciorkowski to discuss creating music for a spy thriller. We'll also hear more about the new radio stations coming to the game, featuring all new tracks from artists from all around the world.
Awesome.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey Pavel.
Hi, Pavel. How
Good
are
to
you?
be here.
I'm great. It's awesome to have you guys here in the studio, and I want to know everything about Phantom Liberty and its score. So tell me, like, what's going on here? Like, what are the inspirations? What type of music can we expect, and how does it fit into Cyberpunk 2077?
Can definitely expect more cyberpunk vibe. Although we spiced it up a little bit more with spy thriller themes throughout the project. We wanted to make players feel like they're secret agents behind the enemy lines, give them the gravity of the situation and also the danger that V is in during their mission. The most influential part, I think, is the new characters that are introduced in the expansion.
Yes, because you know it's a CDPR game and characters make the story. Apart from the spy thriller thing, there's obviously a very deep, emotional, and very human story that we're trying to tell. And this time, the main relationship between Songbird and Reed is sort of what we're focusing on musically. It's also, you know, what is the principal theme musically in this expansion. Everything basically like it's always in CDPR games, you know, many different layers, but at the heart of it is a touching story.
I'm happy that you mentioned that characters are very important. And I always treat like characters being the catalyst of the story itself. But we're known for our storytelling. There's a lot of things going on, and music kind of needs to play into that in order to have you know, certain emotions come out of players. How difficult is it to like marry all these things together?
Well, it's definitely challenging.
Well, it's gone
you know,
now.
it was challenging in the
Okay.
base game, and because right now we were so focused on the story of the triangle between Reed, Songbird, and V, that you know we were able to put even more detail into the sort of musical storytelling of for this expansion. So it was definitely difficult, but I think also very rewarding, and I hope it's going to be really enjoyable for the players as well.
It is something that I look for when you know, playing a game, kind of seeing how the music affects me. And in some games, it's I think
Boosty.
one of the most prominent things. And I also know our community has always been saying that, you know, when it comes to music, like you guys always nail it and bring, you know, A game always.
That's very kind. You have something to add to that?
Well, to me, it was actually relatively easy because I came on board only about a year ago. So the sound, even for the expansion, was already established. So I needed to fit within a spectrum that was created by PT and Marcin. Also added something for myself, did some gritty synths of my own.
So we know we have the basics more or less. Of course, I know that after talking to you guys right now, I really want to listen to it. So question is, when can I listen to it, and when can the people watching listen to the score?
So I guess we have some good news to share. Our original score for Phantom Liberty is out right now on all streaming services.
Awesome. That's amazing. That's the news I wanted to get.
Well, there we go. Well, dang.
That's one part of it. And now
I know what I'm
feel
gonna be
like
listening
we
to in
should
the car on
transition and
lunch.
Talk about 3 new
Hell
radio
yeah.
stations that we have. So we have Darkstar Radio, we have Impulse, and Growl FM. So these are 3 new radio stations that are coming to the game, and let's dive into them and tell me kind of what we can expect.
I wonder if they're
going
gonna
to
mention any streamer DMCA stuff. Probably not.
Then we'll move through the list.
Well, Darkstar comes first to my mind because I'm into those moody, dark tracks. We wanted to create a station that combines music from around the world. So think of it as a world music.
Did I
of
watch Edge
the
Runners?
dystopian
Loved
future.
Edge Runners. Loved and hated
Obviously,
it.
when you have artists
Yep.
from around the world, like Kenya, Uganda, Poland, America, they would interpret their visions differently. Even though it has got that commonality, it is actually a quite various
Why did I hate
station.
it? I hate it because when I ended
I
it,
think the
I got into a
highlight
funk
of
for
it
like
is also
3
that
days.
There are 2 tracks by Idris Elba.
Because
himself.
the ending was like so
Okay.
impactful
Is
that it made me
he
just like
DJing there, or is he
like, depressed for like 3
rapping maybe? Like what
days.
is he doing there?
He is rapping and he produced those tracks.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
and
But I mean, that just shows you how good
thrilled
it
to
is,
have
you know?
them. I think they fit perfectly, both in the Cyberpunk context and as well with the Darkstar Radio.
Is
I
that the
still-
only radio station that he had influence
Months
over,
later,
or are there any other tracks?
I
that he
still
kind
have
of
a hard
dabbled
time
into,
hearing
maybe
that
some
song.
DJing from him?
When I hear
know
that
he's
song,
known for that.
I'm immediately
Yes, I mean that's one of the again great news is that we have him as a DJ. Impulse Radio is basically his DJ set, put together from unreleased tracks.
Nice.
So if you like
Cool.
listening to modern electronic music, club music, you can put Impulse Station on in one of your cars in Night City and just enjoy
God, that looks
Idris's
good.
DJ set.
It must be also interesting because you guys are working with different artists, like you mentioned, from different parts of the world, and also mixing all these things together, but still trying to keep that vibe of Cyberpunk in it. Is it like, from your perspective, was it very hard, or is it something that you go to someone and say like, okay, this is our overall mood, this is kind of, what we're trying to achieve, but then you give people free reign to do whatever they want and what they're kind of known for?
We basically try to get them free reign, and we try to direct them very carefully. We want them to be great and to give us tracks that they love and the community will love. We don't want to be micromanagerial when it comes down to people creating music. We don't believe that this is the right way to do it. So, with Idris Elba, with all the other artists that we worked on, it was, here's the brief. It has to fit into the Cyberpunk world context that we created, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, cool. So that leaves us with Growl FM as the last radio station, and I know this one also is a special one. So let's talk about it.
Everything is very unique. No 2 tracks are alike, and we're really happy. We were very proud of this station. We're really also very proud of the community.
Yeah.
So shout outs to the community.
It's incredible, but it must be also very difficult to take all these things and kind of, okay, does this fit into Cyberpunk? Will this be something that a player will enjoy? But I kind of feel that in a sense, yes, because there are people who kind of like to pretty much like branch out and listen to different things on one radio station instead of having a radio station that focuses only on one genre.
The uniqueness was key, really. Obviously, the craft had to be there.
I want to turn the
and,
music up.
The general vibe of Cyberpunk had to be, maintained within those tracks. However, there were a lot of tracks that we would,
dude, you can like
either
kind of hear it.
Martin or I, we would never come up with them, So a lot of those entries were really surprising, but we felt that, Night City is an eclectic world. It's a world of a distant future, maybe not so distant future, but still futuristic.
Yeah.
So, it can be a melting pot of many different things. So we basically ran with that. It's like, okay, how weird can it be? How different can it be to what we already have in the radio? And I think all the artists that are on Growl FM nailed it.
thank you guys for joining me and talking about this, because like I mentioned previously, and I'll mention it again, music for me is very important in games. And I think like you both and Marcin also have done a tremendous job in order to bring Night City to life. And also with the artists that you guys collaborated with, they all fit the bill. They enhance the gaming experience, so awesome stuff.
Music is also very important to us.
I can tell because you guys can talk about it for days. Thank you for joining me once again.
Thank you, Pablo.
Do you prefer the strip club in Cyberpunk or Starfield?
That's some great info about some great tunes. We've heard a bit about Growl FM already, but we want to share even more about this completely new radio station that has been created by you guys, the community. Here's a quick glimpse into a documentary about how the station came to be.
And see, I mean, I think the answer to that question is the best answer.
Music.
Where it's which one in Cyberpunk?
Underground
Which strip
broadcast.
club?
You didn't hear that in Night City in the basement.
Because frankly, they're all better. But yeah.
Do people still believe? We just have to take part. The game has a lot of action.
This helped us a lot.
Your name is gonna be immortalized forever.
You know, music can be a legitimate pursuit.
I know that Cyberpunk is built in a universe with a lot of
Yo,
text.
she was cosplaying.
It's very fun.
Oh,
you live
dude.
on the streets and you dream of a big life.
Almost no limits on how far we could go with it.
Congratulations, you've won.
You need to feel that music punches you in the teeth, takes your money and walks away.
Like
Hey, there he is.
K-pop, like hip-hop, even pop music. It was pretty nice. Ideas keep coming.
Hundreds of hours.
I can't wait to hear all this
Bit of
music.
a challenge. And I'm really excited to meet the artists
I love
behind the
Cyberpunk
music in
music.
Growl FM podcast.
It's all great.
It's always amazing to see the awesome work of our community, and we can't wait to share the full documentary when it airs on September 18th. Stay tuned to our social media channels for more info. Moving on to our last music announcement. Every good spy thriller needs a theme song, and we're super excited that chart-topping Polish singer-songwriter Dawid Podsiadło has a brand new original song featured in the game titled Phantom Liberty. Here's a teaser with some behind-the-scenes
There you
how
go.
it was recorded.
Oh no, September 18th is the
Hello everyone.
What?
My name is
The music
Dawid
stuff,
Podsiadło.
not
I'm a
2.0.
Polish musician, and today we're at the studio, and we are recording a song for the Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty. Play the game, listen to the song, and I hope you're gonna fucking cry.
Damn, okay. Right into it. Wow, that is a Radiohead feel. I am literally bawling right now. It's basically
After
a
music,
hoax.
let's turn to gameplay. I'm here with game director Gabe
That did sound amazing,
Amatangelo
though.
to talk about some of the amazing new gameplay personalization possibilities we've created as part of Update 2.0 and Phantom Liberty. Gabe, hello once again.
Pavel,
I love this
Pavel
guy.
Burza. I recently learned that in English, Burza means storm.
Exactly.
So your name is Paul Storm.
It sounds better in English when you say it, like Paul Storm and Pavel Burza. Sounds much better.
It sounds bad. It sounds like a superhero. It sounds like you're Thor's cousin.
I wish. I wish.
Thor comes into the battle, does a single target damage. Paul Storm shows up, starts doing AoE damage.
Perfect start to the segment that we have because we're
Single
talking about
target
game.
AoE.
Yeah.
Combat. Let's talk about it.
Combat has changed a lot, but also character customization has changed in terms of the new perks.
For those who don't
and
know,
all
this is
that
the
stuff,
new
and
game
we're here
director.
to unpack it.
This guy
So,
took over for
I know
the
you talked
expansion.
about this already, but give us a general feel of what we can expect in terms of the changes coming with 2.0 and Phantom
He seems
Liberty.
great.
Sure, and like you're
Very
saying,
passionate.
there's so much. So I'd like to start with kind of just saying
This
the
guy.
spirit
This is
of
the new
it
guy.
and what was the
gonna
drive
move.
behind it. We want it to because there's so much potential in the Cyberpunk IP, and when you think about the dark future and cyberware, there's different kind of like super soldier or super merc kind of fantasies you have in your mind, and we wanted players to be able to realize that and play it and feel it. And so we've basically changed the perks around. Like, I mean, there's stat increases and stuff like that, which is always fun in progression, you know, getting incrementally more powerful, but we really focus it on the actions, the things you can do, right? And so we've added a suite of things you can do that tie into different themes, and then of course players can mix and match and come up with their own unique styles.
Yeah, that's really cool, and I like the customization part of it, that, you know, there are some things that we can do in terms of, like, we'll actually show some options in terms of what you can build, and we have the help of designers to guide us through it. But you can actually do like a mixture of a assassin type ninja, or a character that is more like Hulk smash, I want to go in and destroy stuff, or a stealthy netrunner that has like these you know, quick hacks and stuff like that. There's so many cool things back here. It's
you can be a stealthy netrunner, you can be just like a direct, you know, going out there and just like wrecking stuff, blowing up machines and stuff, netrunner, hacking stuff. But yeah, there's so much nuance as well, and we're going to talk more about players being able to explore the nuance later.
Exactly.
Okay.
One other thing in terms of like general stuff, something that is kind of general, but it's new, and it's not very general, but it's interesting, is the relic skill tree. It's something that we unlock through the story, and what does it bring in terms of gameplay?
So the relic, as you said, tied into the Phantom Liberty story, and it's towards the beginning. It's within the first few minutes, so this isn't spoiling anything. And you've seen in the trailer, if you've watched the trailers, Somi reaches out to you through the relic. They're in a dire situation. It's the only way she can get to you. And to kind of show you she's the real deal and she can help you, she says, here's kind of a taste. I'm going to kind of clear out some of the bad data in the relic, and I'm gonna set it up such that your cyberware can utilize it. And so the theme of it is that it kind of both enhances your cyberware as well as able to kind of scan and exploit other people's cyberware. So it's kind of a cyberware theme to it.
It's crazy, crazy. It also shows you how powerful she is as a character, but that's like a whole different story arc that we could get into, but I don't want to get into that because I don't want to spoil anything, but that itself is incredible. So maybe
is there a new
we
ending
do right now?
Can they announce there's at least one new ending?
The possible builds that we have, and I know we have 3. We have something that is a super strong solo. We have something that is like a more ninja type fast solo, and we have a netrunner, and we have the help of our fellow gameplay designers who will actually guide us through those. So.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Oh, here we go.
I'm Karol
Okay.
Mateasik, lead gameplay designer, and my favorite build is what I like to call a bullet time ninja. Speed is of the essence for both defense and offense, which is why dash and air dash are perfect to get close to enemies without taking any damage. I like to bring a katana to a gunfight, and it goes great with a new perk that lets you deflect bullets and even send them flying back at enemies. If you're running low on health, you can also perform a finisher on low health enemy for a quick boost. But this playstyle isn't only about blades. You can combine 3 great perks, Stun Jog, Air Dash and Air Kerenzikov, to leap off motorcycles and rain down bullets from the sky in slow motion. The new Jailbreak ability from Phantom Liberty unleashes the full power of your Mantis Blades. After finishing or dismembering an enemy, you can perform a really long leap to deal devastating damage. Great for getting rid of those hard-to-reach targets like snipers and netrunners.
Oh, dude, that's perfect!
With this build, your enemies won't know what hit them.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. Okay. That looks cool.
Awesome.
Bullet time ninja.
Yes.
That's so cool. Like, you're moving, they can't even see you. You're just jumping in, mantis blade, katana, like going crazy, going ham on them.
Two favorite parts. I love the dash to the person in the guard tower or whatever.
Yeah, that's so high up.
Yeah. That was fun. But my favorite part was I like to bring a katana blade to a gunfight. Well done, Karol. That was good.
Yeah, it really showcases this build. This has actually been one of my favorite ones when I was playing Phantom Liberty. And with all the gameplay changes, like this one, I feel like this is kind of my go-to. Which my previous go-to was kind of like a stronger solo, but we'll have that as the last video. But now I think we should jump into the netrunner.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Oh, okay. So when we did our first playthrough, honestly, this system was very basic.
Hi, Hi, I'm Yulia
way
Prima, a
overpowered.
gameplay designer at CD Projekt Red,
So I'm
and I
hoping they-
love playing as
hoping they
hack and
mix
slash
this up.
netrunner. The best part of being a netrunner is, of course, the hacking. And now it's more powerful than ever.
What? Really?
With a new quick hack queue, you can stack up to 4 hacks on a single enemy and play around with some devastating combos like Contagion and Overhit. It's pretty deadly. With Overclock, you can gain an extra edge by sacrificing
Oh,
your health
God.
to cast hacks with almost no limit. With Update 2.0, netrunners can even take over cars, transforming vehicles into ticking time bombs. Once
Oh,
you're up
dude.
close, it's time to whip out the Monowire. With the Relic skill tree from Phantom Liberty, you can power it up even more. Now netrunners can combine physical damage and upload control hacks onto enemies. I can't wait for everyone to try it out.
I feel like that's just gonna be a power fantasy.
Hack and slash
I feel like that's
Netrunner.
like
Wow, lots of action.
Oh my God,
we kind of
dude.
know Netrunners to be a
Netrunner was
little bit
already
stealthy,
insane.
kind of behind the
Or hacking,
scenes
I
doing
should say,
stuff.
was
We have a
insane.
little bit of that, but still, yet they seem to now go in and get dirty.
Yeah, they can do both. They can do both. But I love to point out
that
the
she's playing as
plan where it's
Lucy,
hack
kind of. Yeah.
and slash. We love these catchphrases here. This was good. I love it. Yes, the Netrunner. That's sort of one version of playing it, kind of doing the damage, via blowing up cars, remote controlling it, getting in there with your nanowire. You can even like spread hacks with it. You can also get some of the memory back and drain. But yeah, you can go stealth to where it's kind of like there's like kind of a game in the network of like as you start doing hacks, like an enemy netrunner might be like someone's in the network, right? And there's a bunch of different abilities to kind of like suppress that kind of discovery. And so there's that kind of netrunner combat that's going on there behind the scenes while everyone's like stealth. And
just
it's like
adds
we don't know
another
where it's
layer.
at. Yeah, so that's another one. There's so many different ways. Basically the whole like pattern and beat and rhythm of net running has changed.
Yeah, my favorite part is when the car crashes into everything and just blows up.
It was a good
Just
combo.
hack.
It was a good combo. She
dude,
did
I like his shirt.
both hacks there,
I need to
which
get that
was
shirt.
the controlling it,
They sell that
and then
shirt?
of course put on the detonate one that had a timer and
Exactly.
cool
Perfect.
combos.
Perfect. Cool stuff. And now we have the last one. So the last one will be a strong solo build. So yeah, let's check it out.
It's actually awesome.
Hi, I'm Filip Dovnar, lead gameplay designer, and I like to come in swinging. So my favorite build is the Savage Slugger Solo. Getting up close for combat is really crucial for this build. The Wrecking Ball perk lets you knock down multiple enemies, all while closing the gap and putting you in the zone for some sweet, sweet annihilation. Another great option is Quake. For some extra flair, you can combine with Air Dash and drop in from above and throw everyone around you to the ground. When I'm using shotguns, I like to use the Obliterate perk for maximum carnage. And once I'm in range, it's time to take out the big guns. We've got the new finishers that let you grab enemies and throw them during fights. Great for controlling the battlefield. On top of that, you can supercharge the Gorilla Arms using the new Phantom Liberty relic tree that will let you send your enemies to the moon. With this build, you'll be unstoppable.
Mayhem.
The throw at the
Yeah.
end.
The Savage Slugger Solo. That's
3 times fast.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Like throwing people, like at the end, he's just like, woo, and he just flies.
Yeah. I mean, certainly like the animals in that faction is like an inspiration for it. And obviously also Arnold Schwarzenegger and Terminator, just like you got that heavy machine gun and you can just take the bullets and the stuff, and there's all the kind of like mitigation and absorbing damage and kind of like taking that to fuel you to go back in there. It's just
Also with the hammer, like just closing in, actually shows you that this build is very versatile. You can actually go up and close and have some quick interaction, but also
More
you're able
overhype,
to
please.
like
Oh, this is
hold these
literally
big
a hype
weapons
show, buddy.
Even though they make you a little bit slower, you're still able to kind of, you know, sponge the bullets on you and still go in like crazy and then just throw people.
Yeah, a lot of damage mitigation, and you can resist stuns and stuff like that. It's all about, like, because if you're like the fast solo, you get hit, it's going to hurt and it's going to knock you silly, right?
With all of this?
But there, you can just keep barreling in. And then I love the montage where the slaps, the finishes. That was fun.
Everything.
But yeah, Gabe, I mean,
like, is this going to be at all balanced and working? Like, oh my, like the amount that they're,
the studio.
This is basically a new game in a lot of ways.
Your information. Also, thank you to all the game
it's going to be interesting to see.
Gameplay designers who actually showcased the builds, because those
if it's just like a
really,
huge unbalanced mess.
Yeah,
or,
and thank you for everyone watching and the players.
As you can see, we have many new ways to play and many new ways to cause chaos in Night City. And that means consequences. Let's take a look at what it looks like to come face to face with Night City's toughest armed forces, MaxTac.
Oh, this is the cop system, I think. Yeah.
Target is Omega class. I repeat, Omega class target at large. MaxTac is en route. Tension in the streets as fates collide. MaxTac in position, eyes on target.
They look good. Oh! Wait.
It's official. Update 2.0 will release on September 21st for free for anyone who owns Cyberpunk 2077 on Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, and PC. That's just 1 week away. And if you want a taste of what it's like to build a new character with the redesigned perk system before then, we have a cool surprise for you. Right now, you can create your own build and experiment with all the new perks, including Phantom Liberty's Relic skill tree, with our Build Planner. Head to the Build Planner website now to see what kinds of builds you come up with before the launch of the update and the expansion.
Cool. Okay.
That's all we got for this Night City Wire special. Thanks for tuning in.
Great.
I hope you're excited to play Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty when it launches on September 26th. We'll see you then in Dogtown.
Oh no, more. There it is. Oh man, I like that bass line. Woo. Anyway, y'all, thank you for watching. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me while we watch that. That was, of course, the Nightwire, probably the last one before we see this. So, 21st. It looks like the 21st. We need to figure out the exact time. Hopefully it's 8 a.m. because I would love to start our run at 8 a.m. on the 21st. For those that don't know, we did a 100% run of Cyberpunk when it released. Literally the first couple weeks. It was something. I had a great time with it. I enjoyed it. But there's no question that it was definitely Cyberpunk in its rawest form. And since then, it has undergone a slight renaissance in terms of bug fixes and a transmog system and just tons of little things they've added and changed and fixed. And frankly, I cannot wait to return to it for 2.0. Our plan is now apparently on the 21st. We're going to start a brand new run from the beginning. We're going to be doing a melee focused run. That's all I know for certain. We're going to kind of look through the perks and stuff and figure that out probably when we do it. And of course, we will then be doing a 100% run of Phantom Liberty as soon as it comes out. We'll do all the side quests, meet all the characters, explore the entire new area, get the new ending for sure, and go from there. So it should be a lot of fun. I hope you join us for it. And yeah, thanks for watching today. Mark it down in your calendars, the 21st. All right. Anyway, what I am going to do is I'm going to go grab some lunch because I am starving. And if you do want to hang out with the community while I'm gone, we're going to go ahead and raid my alt channel, Cohh. That is going to be a place to just kind of chill and watch some Pasco. I think I'm still playing Baldur's Gate 2. We'll raid back here when I come back this afternoon. We're going to be doing a lot of Starfield. We're going to be starting the Ryujin faction quest line. I have 2 faction quest lines to do in Starfield, like the big quests. And we're going to be doing Ryujin today. And we're going to be literally starting that quest right when I get back from lunch for the first time. I'm hearing good things about it, and our stealth skill is maxed. So hopefully it'll be fun. And outside of that, I hope to see you guys later for more fun and games. As always, really appreciate your time. See you guys later. And yeah, back soon. Bye-bye.